Well, good evening, everybody. We're live on a Sunday evening. Was it July 2nd, 2023? On a Sunday evening. I mute that. I thought I did mute it, but I must have pushed it twice. Sometimes that happens, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so welcome on this Sunday, July 2nd, 2023. It's 9:48 p.m. Keep wanting to come on at 9:30. But I just can't do it. So anyway, a lot of things going on because it's summertime and we got the garden, we got the animals, we got all kinds of stuff going on. So anyway, I also am planning a protest at outside of a business. So that will probably be in a couple weeks. I've been working on different stuff for that. Now my pickles are coming through, so we're going to be canning pretty soon here. When I say we, I mean me. And the dogs will be here, Lord willing. Yeah, when I say we, I meant me. Kind of me and the gang. So anyway, that's the plan anyway. I learned something really cool about cucumber plants, and anyway, it's got me to thinking how because if you don't take the ripe ones off, it stops producing, and that has happened to me. So anyway, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen again. Make sure it doesn't turn yellow. Sometimes there's some hidden ones, so you got to keep them nice and tied up. And cat's meowing. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I was going to put in the title plans for upcoming streams or whatever. I'll just tell you. So we're going to obviously be starting another series. Tomorrow night, though, we are going to get into one more Greek thing that somebody mentioned and I forgot. So anyway, I will be doing that tomorrow night because I was going to do it tonight. And when I dug into it, it was a big rabbit hole and just too much to try to put together in a short amount of time. So anyway, it'll have to be tomorrow night. And then we're going to move on to maybe back into the Gospels because there's some things I want to go through on that. Not sure yet though. Unless somebody else comes up with something that better that they want to do, I would listen to ideas. But anyway, yeah, I think. Well, anyway, either way, we're going to be starting another series. So we just got done with the Greek series, but like I said, tomorrow night we are going to go over one more thing. I have to get ready because somebody mentioned something. And that's just one thing led to the next on that. So otherwise, you guys. But yeah, it was a beautiful day here in Minnesota. Beautiful. I got my gutters all cleaned out, which isn't hard because they're only like shoulder height because I have an earth home. And very easy. And I put gutter guards on them, so hopefully they won't fill up with pine needles anymore. Anyway, because that all clogs up when it gets to the end, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I got my gutters washed out and cleaned out, spick and span, everything going good, and gutters tagged back up. A couple of them were sagging. So I've got the gutters looking great. Put gutter guards on it, leaf guards, so so no more stuff gets in it. Anyway, aluminum mesh, which you can still spray the hose through it. Anyway, a good day, productive. I'm super tired right now, though. Tell you that. I'm like ready to pass out. As soon as I sat down here, I'm like, man, I'm tired. Anyway, so I probably won't be on here long. Because, yeah, I'm tired. All of a sudden, once I sit down here and take a breather, get done with everything outside, all of a sudden I feel like tired. It's sleepy. Oh, I saw the funniest thing last night. Um, so so last night I got a link, or not a link. I sent the link to somebody, but anyway, after I saw it. But anyway, on my feed, I got a Richie from Boston, a suggestion for a Richie from Boston video, which he doesn't really have a channel anymore. It's an off-roading, I don't know, off-roader channel, offloading or whatever, off-roading or something. And anyway, I got a suggestion on there, and it said, the title of the video said, Hooter Girls sets me up for a robbery and maybe more, ? And I thought, Hooters girl, what? So I clicked on, and he's telling this story about how he was at his campsite, and I guess he's like, I think he's in the Ozarks or something, Smoky Mountains. I can't remember where he's at. Somewhere, maybe, I don't know where. Bigfoot Forest or something. I don't know. Anyway, so he's got his campsite set up, and he I don't know, wanders off a little bit, and then he sees this girl, a pretty girl, like through some trees, and then there's a parking lot and some buildings or something. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so he sees this pretty girl, and anyway, she's a local, and she talked with them. They talked about a lot of stuff, and she knew a lot about a lot of things, and country girl, and he did mention, though, even though she claims she used to work at Hooters, but he a little bit doubted it because she didn't have a large chest. So is that actually a requirement? I'm not sure. But anyway, so this Hooters, ex-Hooters girl. The title should have said ex-Hooters girl, but anyway, she supposedly set him up to come back and rob him with her brothers, and anyway, he had a gut feeling, so he moved his campsite and he hid out, and supposedly, now he's not got no footage of it, but allegedly the girl came back with her brothers to rob him and maybe kill him. So that was funny, but he had pictures to go along with the story, and of course it was very dramatic. Anyway, it was so funny. I've not seen him in probably a couple of years. I think he's been gone for a couple of years. I guess he's had this channel the whole time, but I think he's been off of I don't think he's got a Richie from Boston channel anymore. I think he's just got some this is so weird. But anyway, he's got some channel that came up in my suggestions. I thought that was funny. All right. I'm losing my screen here. Somehow I just went to Bing. Am I still hooked up? Yeah, yeah. I guess so. No, cat. I think my cat stepped on something and wrecked my screen here. Shut my screen off. There it goes. Anyway. So But yep, it is a the come on, cat, hold on a second. You gotta go. You got to go. I mean, he's very affectionate, but anyway. So that's the next thing that we're gonna do is probably something has to do with the Gospels. I won't say the whole thing, but I thought of an interesting study for the Gospels, so I thought I would probably start that next. But tomorrow, one more night, one more thing, one more last thing about the Greek gods will be tomorrow. And then we'll start into a new study, a new series. There's a few things. I would also at some time, because we just went over the Greek/Roman gods, I would also like to go over sometime the Egyptian gods. You know what I'm saying? Because it all has to do. It's all in. It's all in our culture, right in front of everybody. But and also in the Bible. I mean, but those are also very interesting. Very interesting. And also, I mean, the Roman gods, Olympian gods, Olympian Greek gods and the Roman gods, all very prevalent as we've seen in our daily lives with products and companies and logos and you name it. It's everywhere. Our calendar, our days of the week, our months of the year, all Greek Roman mythology. But the Egyptian gods, also very, very relevant. So this week we're either going to go into a certain gospel study that I have in mind, or maybe just continue with the gods series of the gods and going into the Egyptian gods, because there's one in particular I really want to show everybody's attention to. But we got you got Horus and Osiris, and what else? Isis. Very, very important. Isis. That one. But there's a lot of important ones. And a lot that people probably haven't heard of, and I don't know how many there are. I don't know. Like there was Olympian the Olympian Greek/Roman gods. There was 12 main ones. 12 of the main, the big important ones. So let's see here. Let me see if I can, because let's see. I personally, let's see if I see a list. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 24. At least, let me see if they got a number. See if they got a number of how many Egyptian gods are. I don't know if there's a number. Oh man, you guys, on Tuesday is 4th of July here. Crazy, huh? How many Egyptian gods are there?
According to the Egypt Exploration Society, Gods of Egypt, the ancient Egyptians worshipped over 1,400 different gods and goddesses in their shrines, temples, and homes.
1,400. I thought it was going to be like 100, but they said there was over 2,000, but 1,400 of them were worshipped. We sure as heck ain't doing that, but we'll go over like the top 20 or whatever. Top 20, I suppose. Top 24. The ones that people probably heard of, and if you haven't heard them, they will probably ring a bell And anyway, so probably, actually, I think we'll do that. I think we'll do that after tomorrow. We'll finish up one more Greek god thing. Yes. Well, hey, Grace. Good to see you. Hope you had a wonderful day. Listen with busy hands this morning. Oh, no problem. Good to see you tonight, Grace. Yes, I had a wonderful day. I hope you did too. I spent time out in the pole barn working on my garage sale. Spent time in my garden. Spent time here and a little time there. But yes, I hope you had a wonderful day also. Yep, great day. Awesome day. Awesome day. Had me some tacos. I have them out every other day, so it's not a big deal. But you know, it is a big deal. It was really cool. Getting my lettuce right outside my door. I got a giant planter filled with romaine lettuce growing. So I just go out and pick a couple big chunks and wash it up and strain it, you know what I mean? And then chop it up. Mm-hmm. Delish. On my tacos, my own. Nice, and I can step outside my door and grab some celery, cut off a couple little pieces of celery, a couple, what are they called? Not stalks the whole thing, but a piece of celery. Anyway, so I don't know if you were listening, but I said we could probably go right into next week. We go into the Egyptian gods, which are very relevant today too. We're not going to go into 1,400 of them, that's for darn sure. Not even going to go into 100. We're going to go into probably the top 24, which will sound familiar. I mean, some of them will be familiar, like the obvious one, Isis and Osiris or whatever, Horus. Some I haven't heard of. Thoth. Haven't heard of Thoth. But anyway, so that will start the day after tomorrow, which will be Tuesday. Oh, that's going to be 4th of July. I don't know if anybody's got any plans. I don't, but I never do. But if Dave was alive, we'd be going to see fireworks. He loved to go and see fireworks. That was our thing. But yeah, I want it will be another day for me. But anyway, that Tuesday will be the day that we probably start the Egyptian gods. Like I said, I do have a gospel project for sometime in the future. But I think, yeah, maybe stay with the gods, get right into the Egyptian gods next, which is very interesting. And you know what's interesting too is that you know what I mean? The Israelites went down to Egypt for 40 years. Oh, speaking of which, I just saw in my feed Sacramento Truth Jay, and what's the other one? He's playing Grand Theft Auto. Praise Allah. So does that mean he's Muslim now? If they praise Allah? He said praise Allah in the title. So is he a Muslim? Is that what that means? Just praise Allah mean? What does that mean? Thoth is very relevant. Many worship Thoth today. So, oh yeah? Anyway, we'll look into these. I do have to say I did learn a lot with the Greek Roman gods with that one. It took a couple weeks, but I came out learning a lot. So anyway, you know, it's funny, not many people name their children after these kind of gods, like Geb, Tough Nut. Tough Nut, that's a Tough Nut. Kansu, Sobek. Oh, that is the lizard thing. The drink. I forgot what it is. The energy drink or something called Sobek. That one is familiar. It's got like a lizard on the can. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a crocodile, not a lizard. Yeah. Okay. It looks like a little gecko. Well, okay, it's a crocodile. Anyway, I think that's going to be interesting. So anyway, we'll start that. I got one more thing to bring up tomorrow, and then we'll be done with Olympian. We'll flip over to the Egyptian gods, which, like I said, is very interesting because the Egyptians were the Israelites were in Egypt for 400 years. What was it, 430 or I don't know what it was, over 400 years. And now, can you imagine a group of, I don't know, people from France or Poland or something coming over here 400 years ago? What's left after 400 years? Even 200 years. People from Poland came over for 200 years, or Russia, or anywhere in the world. Yeah, okay, we're only halfway to that, and yeah, you're gonna find a bunch of pure, people believing. Well, anyway. So yep. The crocodile god. Those energy drinks. It's always worshiping a false god, you know what I mean? And anyway. Yeah, I don't know. So that will be interesting. We'll go over top 24 and like I said, this is where a lot of their stuff comes from. Their zeet seats and yeah, I'm pretty sure circumcision too. I mean, but the zeet seats, those were tassels to ward off the evil spirits long before whoever, I don't know, Moses, whoever told everybody to wear them. And anyway. So that is interesting. Well, somebody told me that the Egyptian gods are the real gods. Those are the real gods. Which, you know what? I'm not gonna ever disagree, because everybody, to their god, to each person, their god is real. So I don't care who you worship. I give you credit that your God is real to you, and my God is real to me. And I don't know. I can't even put a label or anything on mine. Maybe we should all chug some Red Bull while we review those gods. Just a suggestion. Yeah, because Red Bull has wings, and nothing like toxins to help you think straight and study. You know what I mean? I don't know. All I know is when I was that age, I was graduating college, and that's what I spent my time on. Anyway, there is a lot going on here. So, yeah, I had one time, I only tried an energy drink one time, and my son had to really urge me to drink it, and it was the kind like you get at the dollar store or wherever. Anyway, at stores, I don't know, I think I see it at Walmart. I don't know. It's a tiny little, like a red and orange bottle. And he had like a case of them. He had like 12 or something. Because they were going to drive, him and his girlfriend and the kids were going to drive down to Florida. And they were starting at night and they wanted to stay awake, so they bought these energy drink things. And he kept saying, "Try one, Mom, try one." And I said, "I don't like it. I don't want to do that." And then, and finally, I drank it, and I got so sick off of that. Ugh. And he said it's because maybe you didn't have food in your stomach at the time or whatever. I said, I don't like it. I felt like I got instantly poisoned, like I just drank antifreeze or something. Ugh, terrible. I tried one of those small bottle ones too. I know it was so nasty. I got so sick, like nauseous, instantly, just nauseous, and felt like I was gonna puke. And ugh, yuck. And he's like, "Oh, you must not have had enough food in your stomach or whatever." I'm like, I don't care. I'm not trying that again. It's gross. Like I said, I could have just drank some bleach or something. No. Oh, hey, Patrick. I never used those. Never wanted to try them. Just the content. Yeah, I never even looked into content. Back then, this was probably 15 years ago. Well, it was 2010, so that was 13 years ago. So 13 years ago, I wasn't reading labels on anything. But yeah, good to see you tonight, Patrick. Hope you had a great day. But yeah, now I would read the label. Huh. Good to see you, Patrick. They're gross, very caustic. Yeah. And then I had a guy that worked for me, and I'd pick him up, and it was a young man, and he was like early 20s. He just got out of prison. And he had to work for a work program, whatever, and he had to do drug screens and all this other stuff. So I like those people that just got out of prison because they have to show up for work, they can't get fired or they're in trouble, and they have to pass drug tests and stuff. So anyway, I had a couple of those, and the one he so he'd hop in the truck with two of them Red Bulls or whatever, two of those. I think it was Red Bull. And dude, back then, even 5 years ago, it was, or maybe 10 years ago, they were expensive, man. They were like 2 for $5 or something. They were expensive, or 2 for $6. And we had to go to a Holiday gas station because that was the cheapest or whatever. I mean, you gotta be kidding. And then when we got done, we'd only work like 6 hours. We'd do a moving job or whatever. Get done, and on the way home, I'd stop cash machine, pay him, and he's in there buying 2 more. We had to go to Holiday because that's where they were the cheapest. So on the way back, he'd go in and buy 2 more of those. I'm thinking, dang, you spend a lot of money on those Red Bull things, man, because that's right there. That's $12, dude, and you're still tired. He's still tired after all that. $12. You had $6 when you got in the truck and another $6 when you're getting out. And I got way more energy than him, and I'm an old lady. He's a young man. You know what I mean? I'm thinking something's wrong here. Anyway, yuck. Yeah, gross. But anyway, I'm glad I got turned off because, I don't know, maybe the other flavored ones maybe taste better. So I don't know. But I'm glad I got sick because I never wanted to try one again. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. You know how you get energy? You get a good night's sleep and you eat good. And you don't do dope. Get off the crack, the meth, the pills, and all the other, and alcohol and all the other stuff. And eat good and sleep good and get exercise, and you'll have all the energy you want. That's my advice. Because it's tempting to these shortcuts for energy. I've done them, man. Since the 80s, I was trying to do shortcuts for energy, and it's at my age now, I'll tell you, words of wisdom. Just eat good and sleep good, and you'll see how unhealthy they are. Yeah. In fact, this dude, that dude with the Red Bulls, the 4 Red Bulls, that was like, man, a lot of money. But he was very overweight, very overweight. He was, so he would, but I'll tell you, people who are tall and overweight, they are very strong. They can lift like a piano. And so I liked it, but he always looked like he's going to have a heart attack. Good sleep, exercise, healthy eating habits. That's it. That's how you get your energy. That's how you, and get off the sugar too, because that's more false energy. That's another thing I did. I used to like caffeine for energy. Got off caffeine in 2016. Forget the caffeine, forget the chocolate, forget the candy bars. I know it's a quick little bit of energy, but it's smoke and mirrors. It's a trick. Because then you get a crash. Right. Sleep good, eat good, don't use alcohol, don't smoke, go for walks, do exercise according to your body, exactly. That's how you get your exercise. The shortcuts might seem tempting and they might work at first or a little bit, but in the long run, they'll kill you. I mean, I love my sleep. I almost demand that I have to have 8 hours of sleep every night. I feel ripped off if I don't, because I just feel like when I get up, I feel like my mind knows that I've had enough sleep. And anyway, just sets the day off better. But yeah, yep, it is. As a matter of fact, I was listening to some veterinarians last night on YouTube. Veterinarians chatting about like flea and tick, natural flea and tick stuff. And doggies getting shots. They're shots, you know what I mean? And anyway, I won't really say too much about it, but I will say one holistic veterinarian said that the reason his business does so well, unfortunately, is because of cheap dog food and shots. That's why he's got sick dogs in his clinic all the time. Cheap dog food and shots. That'll get your dog sick for life. And anyway, I like watching those veterinarians and real doctors that they show you like natural stuff, fleas and ticks, which I'm looking into, because giving your dog pesticides so they don't get fleas and ticks is not good. They're walking around with a month's worth of pesticides in them or on them. And anyway, so yeah, I'm just learning about that flea and tick stuff. At least for the summer. Well, God bless you too, Omar. Good to see you tonight. Hope you had a great day. Hope your Sunday was awesome. How you doing? But yep, for the summertime, because it's not really a problem in the winter, but in the summertime, the ticks and the fleas or whatever, I've been feeding those wild cats, and they got fleas, you know what I mean? So anyway, I've moved the food away from the house. I'm moving it like 10 feet each night away from the house, so they know where it is. Yeah, good to see you. God bless you too, Omar. Grace says, hi, Omar. God bless you. Yep, God bless you too, Omar. I hope all is going good in your life. Yeah, long live Christian. Awesome. Patrick says hi to Omar too. Good to see you, Omar. So anyway, and um, just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Good to know about dog nutrition too. Same thing as people. You give your dog good food and make sure he's healthy and at his at their top health, and they can fight off diseases and stuff with their natural immunity. You know what? You know what? A really good point they made is that, and just think about this with humans too. When you're born, when the puppy or kitten or any animal is born and human, you have your own mother's natural immunity for like what is it, 6 to 12 months or something like that. So yeah, getting that puppy too young into the vet, and throw all that off. You know what I mean? Anyway, uh, so yep, as they say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Anyway, good to see you. Good to see you, Omar. But anyway, yep, into the Egyptian gods. I think that'll be interesting because in the Old Testament, especially, like in the New Testament, you'll see references to Greek and Roman gods. But in the Old Testament, you'll see references to Egyptian gods. Energy drinks are so acidic that if you pour one on a loaf of French bread, it deteriorates the crust. Really? That does not sound good. Yeah, I would never do an energy drink again. Like I did, like I said, I'll tell you exactly when it was. It was 2010. It was right after Dave died, and my son and his. Anyway, they were going to Florida with their kids. They went every year, and yeah, they left really late at night or whatever it was. And they had some of those energy drinks. I'm like, ah. Anyway, I instantly got sick. Yuck. There's videos on what it does when applied to things. Yeah. You know what's weird though? I used to drink Coca-Cola, and I would see the pennies dissolve from the Coca-Cola, and it really meant nothing to me at the time. I really didn't care. You know what I mean? I thought, well, that's a penny. My stomach's better than that. Anyway, um, you know what I mean? I saw that guy. I saw this guy on YouTube. He's been a diabetic for a while, but he doesn't care at all. He's a diabetic, doesn't take his medicine, hasn't for years. Just keeps pounding down Coca-Colas and chain smoking. And anyway, he got his foot amputated, like right below the knee, his leg, right below the knee. Anyway, saw him on a video today pounding Coca-Colas. It's just like, you can show somebody something, they can get their leg cut off, and it doesn't matter. They'll still drink the poison, you know what I mean? It is addicting, I'll tell you that. Think of Coke. Some people chug a lot of Coke, and some people pour it in their toilet for a cleanser. Well, I used to drink a lot of Coca-Cola. I still have a Coca-Cola jacket. My son, I loved Coca-Cola for so long, and I drank it for so long. It was my number one. That my son actually, when he worked at the grocery store, he bought the Coca-Cola delivery guy's jacket right off of him for me. And I have it to this day. That was back, I don't even know when, the 90s, maybe 2000. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But that's how much I liked Coke, that he bought the delivery guy's jacket right off of him for me, and I still have it. It's a 90s jacket. Coca-Cola. Yep. I drank it all the time, and I had stomach problems, and it does wreck your teeth, does all kinds of bad stuff. Wrecks your stomach, wrecks it. Who knows what else? Probably organs. Some people refuse to listen to anyone who has an education. What did the doctor recommend? Who cares? Yeah, right. Yeah, and I never wanted to hear about holistic or natural medicines. I'm like, oh heck no, give me the good stuff at the pharmacy. You know what I mean? I've done a complete flip on that. I liked the occasional soda as a kid and teens, then stopped drinking it at age 20. Well, that's good, Patrick. Yeah, I liked Coca-Cola. I never drank really alcohol in my adult life or anything like that. It was just Coca-Cola all the time. And yeah, dang. Glad I don't drink nothing like that anymore. Um, I liked root beer, floats, and orange spot soda. Oh, you know what was good? It was good. Orange root beer floats and yeah, a root beer float except with orange pop. Orange pop with ice cream in it. That's a dreamsicle actually. I think that was. I'm starting to stop drinking Coke now. Lots of water and orange juice. Yep. I would shift to the water as much as possible because the orange juice has tons of sugar in it, Omar. Horrible amount of sugar and acid. All juices have a lot of sugar, but yep. Switch to that and then eventually just get to water only. I I said for years on here, I can't drink plain water. I can't. Well, I do now. It's been almost a year and a half. I've drunk nothing but ice water, nothing else. Occasionally a glass of milk with if I have spaghetti or something. Otherwise, just water. And I'm somebody who swore I'd never just be able to drink water. Thought it was impossible. Do it for a week, and you know what? You'll break all that sugary taste habit. I just had some homemade rose tea. Really? Made out of roses? Spot was an orange soda in the 70s. I think they stopped in 1980. Oh, Spot was an orange pop. Oh yeah, like Orange Crush. Boy, you guys, anything orange color has the most amount of sugar for more than Mountain Dew. It doesn't have caffeine. I don't think so. Because when I stopped caffeine, I would drink orange or root beer or 7 Up or something. Then I stopped drinking soda. But yeah, if anything orange, that's like number one on the sugar. More than all pops is orange pop. And then second, root beer's up there too. Coca-Cola, Mountain Dew, they're all pretty bad. You got this, Omar. You can break the cycle. Yep, Omar. I'm somebody who never thought. And you know what? I still have some cans of big giant cans of unopened fruit punch Kool-Aid in my cabinet. It's been sitting there for a year and a half. I don't want it at all. Can't even imagine drinking that again. And you guys know, when I was trying to get off sugar and I said, I can't drink plain water. I can't. And if you put a cucumber in there, I ain't going to cut it. I don't know. I can't do it. But then I did. And within a week, I'm like, dang, this ice water's the bomb. Love it. Yep. You got this, Omar. Yep. You can do it. And getting off sugar, I'm going to tell you, on life changing. I have a friend down in the city. I've known him and his wife and kids since Dave was alive. Dave's been gone 14 years, so I've known the guy probably 20 years, and been telling him to get off sugar, man, like for the last year and a half. Last time I was down there, I saw him at the shopping center, and he said, "Guess what? I just got off sugar, man. I feel great. My shoulder don't hurt. Look at my elbow. I can move my elbow. My wife's getting off sugar. They're so excited." I said, "I told you it's life changing, man. Getting off sugar, all them aches and pains go away. You won't believe how awesome it is." Anyway, I was so excited that somebody is doing that. But yeah, getting off sugar is huge. And pretty much everybody who stops sugar, it doesn't mean stop. I mean, I eat fruit, but once in a while, Like I saw a picture of a cupcake, and I'm thinking, dang, if I had a cupcake in front of me, I'd eat that sucker so fast. But maybe once a week I'll have something. I don't know. Well, I had some ice cream for a while. I had me and the doggies worked on. We were having ice cream cones. Dogs love ice cream cones. Anyway, I'd have an ice cream cone here and there, and not a big deal. But having that every day, yeah, it would be a big deal. And I'll tell you what, if when I ate the ice cream, or one day I had I bought a candy bar and I ate a few like a Hershey bar and I ate a few pieces of it, except it was a Cadbury, and I ate a few pieces of it, and my knee hurt like within 30 minutes. Went like right to my knee. Try slices of fresh citrus in your water. Yeah. Yep. I didn't even have to do that, but yeah, if you're having a hard time, you can do that. Yep, put some orange slices in there, lemon slices, lime slices. Um, I just switched over and just got. I went the 7 days cold turkey of off sugar. 7 days cold turkey. I started on a Friday night and I ended on a Friday night. And when my 7 days was up, my cravings had completely shifted. Now instead of craving sugar, all these sweet things and all this sugar stuff, now like within 7 days, I craved totally different stuff: pickles, olives, cucumbers, salads, vegetables, and lots of fruits. I crave grapes, watermelon. I still love that, but anyway, just my cravings completely changed. I like Mid-Eastern restaurants. Yeah, I've never eaten in one. We used to have Rose Tea at Abu's Jerusalem restaurant, and they made the best falafel sandwiches with tabbouleh and tahini. You like Midwestern? I've never eaten that food. It sounds interesting though. And you know what? They have healthy. They seem to have a healthy lifestyle. Their food. I tell you, like the Mediterranean diet, those people are the healthiest I think in the world. But I know one thing. I just was listening to a guy who I can't remember what country he was from, but he said when he came to United States, and within like a few months of eating the food over here, he started feeling sick and not well. He started just eating American food, you know what I mean? And anyway, he felt it. Healthy diet, yes, yeah. Yeah, they seem to have some healthy stuff, but I've never tried it. Never had the never really had the opportunity to try it. Never went out of my way to try it. I always went for the safe stuff like chow mein and Chinese food, and stuff like that. When it's made right, some people don't cook right. Yeah, that's kind of with a lot of stuff, huh? A lot of foods. Somebody can try lasagna for the first time and hate it because the person didn't make it right. But if they had tried somebody else's lasagna, they would have loved it. You know, all this food talk's making me hungry. Making me hungry. But anyway, so yeah, super day. I finished my gutters today, all cleaned out and put gutter guards on them. Anyway, got a lot done. I hope you guys all had a good day too. You know, we haven't seen Dee. Kind of getting a little worried about Dee. I hope she's okay. I hope she's not sick. I don't eat sushi except the kind that doesn't have any fish or ocean creature in it. Oh, they have sushi without the fish? My mom makes me homemade spaghetti. Your mom made me homemade spaghetti today. It was this. Oh, it does sound good, Omar. Oh, that sounds good. I love homemade. That's the only spaghetti I ever have is homemade. I'd never eat it. I've even gone to Italian restaurants and their spaghetti sucks. Tastes like Chef Boyardee out of a can. Um, yeah. Oh, that sounds good, Omar. I might be making me spaghetti. Maybe I'll make spaghetti tomorrow. That sounds really good. Homemade spaghetti, I know, right? And then get a salad, get some toasted garlic bread, like French bread, and some melted butter with some garlic on it, toast it. Man, sounds good. Yes, there's some sushi with no fish. Oh, there is. That would be interesting. I've seen a lot of that. I've seen people eat that a lot. That I don't know if I'd like that. I don't know, with the rice and the black stuff. I don't know. It is interesting though. I've seen it at the store a lot, and it just doesn't seem. But it does. I can see when people dip it in their sauce or whatever. I can see how it probably might taste good. Yeah, not my thing. I do like fish though. Good. It's best when it's caught out of the lake. You know what I mean? I have the best homemade batter for fish and chicken. Oh my goodness! It's like it tastes like it's kind of like McDonald's chicken nugget batter. Yeah, toasted garlic bread with spaghetti and select a brand of meatballs. Yeah, I'd make a really meaty sauce. Make this meat in the sauce, or I like making my own meatballs. Here in Houston, Texas, there's a Pizza Inn buffet spot. Their spaghetti is delicious also. Oh, they make good spaghetti? It's hard to find good spaghetti. You know what I mean? I've got standards for my own. I'm always disappointed. I hardly ever eat in a restaurant. Hardly ever. Maybe once a year, if that. It's just usually a A&W restaurant. But I'm disappointed at the amount of money they charge, and I could always do better at home. My mom used to say that. I never thought. I thought, not, anyway, I understand now. I understand now. Yes, I also can cook better at home. I rarely eat at restaurants either. Yeah, me neither. If anything, I will order it and go and pick it up to take home and eat. That's probably the closest I come to a restaurant. I think it's a waste of money. I hate the prices of fast food now. Not worth it. Yeah. You know what I heard? Oh my goodness. So they don't have dollar menus anymore, I don't think. Last time I ate fast food was years ago. Um, on a regular basis actually, when I was working hard. Never had time for anything. I'd go through drive-through, and I ate off the dollar menu all the time. And I don't even think they have that anymore. Last time I got a dollar menu, it was $1.25. It was Wendy's, and they went up to $1.25. But now I googled how much is a Big Mac, and it is. You know how they used to be 2 for $5 or whatever, Big Macs. They'd have them on sale 2 for $5. Now they're $6 a piece. For one Big Mac is $6. And if you go to like a Burger King, the Whopper now is like $6 or $7 for just a sandwich. Yeah. Yeah. You're from Houston, Texas, born and raised, really? Thomas lived near Houston too. It, It is a waste of money, total waste of money. Because I always think, man, I could have like 3, 4 meals for this, better meals. Why would someone pay $6 for a sandwich? Well, if you're working constantly and you only have like a few minutes to grab food while you're on your, I was in the slave system and I worked so hard, and the only time I really ate was when I was gassing my vehicle up. Me and the guys would go in the store and get some hot dogs and some chips and drink, and we'd eat going to the next job in the truck. I'd be driving, eating while we're going to the next job. And yeah, I would go through the drive-through. You know what I mean? No time to cook. White Castle, where they punch holes in the burger. Yeah. Sliders, got right. Yeah. Those are tiny, man. I think they always were small, but we have a White Castle in our town. We hardly have anything here, but we do have a White Castle. And dude, they're like 2 inches by 2 inches, and they got like 5 holes cut in them, poked in them. So you really don't get much. Anyway, it's not really the way I remember it. You know what I mean? Maybe just, I think the prices got bigger and the burgers all got smaller. I don't know. I remembered it a lot better. I mean, we never had White Castle. They don't have them here. Oh, they don't? Aren't you in Wisconsin? You don't have them in Wisconsin? Huh. Yeah, we got them. Even one up here in northern Minnesota. Yeah, I did like the double cheeseburgers there. I like those. And I like the fish sandwich at White Castle. I like Arby's like 20 years ago. Yeah. Last time I had Arby's, I went through a drive-through, and I got a roast beef for me and a roast beef for Spencer on my way home from a job. And that thing stunk so bad. Like somebody crapped in the bag. And anyway, that's about the time they were like putting horse meat in their food. And I quit going there. I only eat Burger King and McDonald's, Sonic, and Dairy Queen burgers. Yeah. Actually, I did have a Dairy Queen burger not that long ago, maybe like a year ago, last summer. Last summer, we have a Dairy Queen in town too. I did have a Dairy Queen burger. I had a coupon. So I did have a Dairy Queen burger, but if I remember right, it tasted kind of like a soy burger. Kind of tasted, I don't think it was that good. I don't remember though. I heard Sonic was good. They had one here and it closed before I could try them. Yeah, I don't think they're that good. I think they're like, it's like the kind of food you'd throw in a microwave, frozen food. I don't know. I ate it when they first came, and I mean, it was so crazy. They had police directing traffic for like 2 months. And then once the buzz wore off, they might be closing down. Because I got a few things. Me and the kids went there. And or at least I know my son I brought. And I wasn't impressed at all. Seemed like, you know, that frozen food that you put in the microwave? That's what it seemed like it was. A&W used to be great, very back. Oh, it still is, Patrick. It's the only place I eat. I eat on my birthday every year. I just ate there on my birthday. I still like A&W. I get the #1 Papa Burger. I get the Papa Burger with no onions. A&W is still good. And you know what? You still pull up like the old days, and they bring your food out. And during COVID, they closed the inside of it, but now that I think the inside still, I can't remember. But they still come out to your car. You order off the menu, and they come out to your car. It's cool. I think food isn't the same nowadays because of the photosynthesis or something with the nutrients and preservatives, and not made with love. Food was made with love. It's true. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I still like A&W. And you know what else I still kind of like is Hardee's. But I don't like the pentagram outside on their sign. They have a big pentagram on it. But I do like Hardee's. It's still good. But again, you're gonna pay $8 for a hamburger. So I wait. They'll send us a sheet of coupons like twice a year. Usually in the winter when they're slow. Because in the summertime, this is vacation land up here, and the campers and everything, they got plenty of business. But in the winter, they slow down. They'll send sheets of coupons. I guess I'm superstitious that way. Yeah, I don't know. They can just like you can taste when it's made with love, and you can also taste, but you might not be able to taste when they put a hex on it. Because I think sometimes, like, I don't know. I think sometimes they curse the food, or who knows. I don't know. Who knows? That's another reason I don't like eating out, man. You don't know who's touching your food, what they're doing back there to it. Anyway, yeah. If a restaurant has bad customer service, I don't want to eat that. That's right. That's right. It's negativity right into the food. Facts are not superstition. That's right. Yeah. 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 I was just reading reviews at the restaurants in my own town. And I found out that they do have a place where you can buy a pizza, which I thought the closest one was 30 miles away, but it's about 7 miles away. And anyway, I was reading restaurant reviews in town because I know these people now, and it's kind of funny. One particular restaurant had everybody complained how mean the waitress was, and one of them said that she gave them the finger, like she didn't think that they saw, but she was giving them the finger behind their back. Anyway, they said they got up and left because they don't know what they're gonna do to the food, and that's what I say too. You don't. Hey, if they think they got an attitude or they don't like you, what are they gonna do to your food? You're not looking. I've heard horror stories about that. It's true though. The energy of the chef or any person affects the energy of the food. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, what kind of energy they're putting into your food? Yeah. Bad juju, man. I think a person's spirit affects what they do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd rather eat at home. My mom cooks delicious. Yeah, I would too, Omar. Yeah, affects what they do or what they touch. Yeah. Well, it does, Patrick, because you've heard of cursed objects, right? It's funny because I emptied out homes for many years. I emptied out people's homes, and I got stuff out of everywhere in their home, including their dresser drawers, their desk, their hutches. I mean, everything from Bibles to um, little prayer cards to crucifixes to all kinds of stuff and books. Oh boy, lots of books. I just would haul it all into my house, not thinking nothing. But yeah, you got to be careful doing that because there are cursed objects that somehow something cursed is in that object. I mean, and I used to not know if that was real or not, but it is real. I'm switching vets because Kitten refused to follow the vet tech into the exam room. Animals know. Yep, 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 yep. That's what I liked about Spencer's vet. I had to drive an hour and a half to go back there where we used to live, but Spencer didn't like it. But he would like growl, but he would wag his tail at the same time. Like he didn't like it, but he she was nice to him. But yeah, listen to your dog because your dog also sees things like spirits and stuff. One time when me and my kids were alone at night, um, our two dogs started barking like crazy right in the corner of the room, an empty corner of the room. Both dogs, their hair standing straight up, barking like they had somebody pinned in the corner of the room. And me and my kids got so scared, like, what in the heck are they barking at? Just like there was somebody standing there plain as day to them, but we couldn't see it. And that scared the crap out of us. They saw something. Yeah. Unblessed is more equivalent word. I don't know. I don't like that word. See. Oh, the C word, yeah. Animals, yeah. Well, there are objects that are unblessed. But I think there's things that have bad juju, whatever you want to call it. And I think they put out movies that made it look ridiculous. Like somebody would be at a garage sale and buy a cute little statue or something. Then they go home and the lights start flicking and stuff flies across the room and all that stuff. I mean, maybe that stuff happens, but anyway, I think I don't know. I think they made it seem silly, like it was just Hollywood, and I don't know. I think kind of some stuff like that does happen. I mean, I don't think I had it happen. Who knows? I brought everybody's everything into my house, not thinking nothing about it. I don't anymore. When I get something, I pray over it and all that other stuff. Absolutely. She used to refuse to walk down the street one direction. You physically had to drag her. Then someone was murdered. She doesn't have any problems walking that way anymore. Wow. Yep, they can sense stuff like that. Brady Bunch in Hawaii bought some. Yeah, you're right, Patrick. Yeah, you're right. Brady Bunch in Hawaii bought some weird object like that. Some odd things happened. I can't remember the episode. Yeah, you're right. That's when they're kind of jumping the shark. Brady Bunch was getting desperate. So was Partridge Family. And they're just doing weird stuff. And yeah, so Brady Bunch goes to Hawaii. And they bought some voodoo doll or something. I don't know, some statue. Yeah, you're right. But that's exactly what I'm saying. They portrayed it on TV to make it seem like, so I don't know. It's kind of predictive programming. So then when it happens to you, you're like, that's just, that's TV stuff. Or if you tell somebody, they'll say, that's just Hollywood stuff. It's said that people who practice certain types of magic can put their soul into any object. Wow, that's weird. And I heard a story about these people, these Christians who are having Bible study in their home. They started to open their home to Bible study, and people would come and they'd bring other people and friends, and pretty soon they had some people in the house they didn't know, or barely knew or whatever, as these Bible studies went on. Then this weird lady showed up, and I think she was from Africa or somewhere in there, and started going to these Bible studies. And I told you guys this story. I can't remember who said it. Somebody on YouTube was telling this story. And they and after this lady started coming, she was kind of weird, anyway, like African or something. Anyway, she they started, their marriage started having troubles. They started arguing every time the lady was there. Like after she left and stuff, they had like just bad things happening and all this. And then eventually they found something in the bathroom. She had wrapped up something and stuck it in the pipe underneath the sink. And then they found something else underneath the kitchen sink or something. Anyway, and what it did, when the water comes through, it passes through that pipe, and supposedly it has a cursing and whatever. Anyway, they're trying to warn people not to bring strangers in your house. As a kid, you loved that show. And the Monkees, The Space 1999 was good. Is that when they were jumping the shark too? Because all these shows, they did really good for a while, and then other shows would come out and they'd start to kind of fizzle. Plus, these shows, they started running out of ideas. And so they'd like have Gilligan's Island get rescued, but then the guy brings them to an island and switches their personalities, hooks them up to machines and some mad scientist, and like wait a minute, this isn't Gilligan's Island. This is weird. Remember, Marianne was speaking with the professor's voice, and Gilligan had like Mrs. Howell's voice, and you get the term "jumping the shark" was from, of course, Happy Days, when their show was starting to lose ideas. I mean, they ran out of ideas. It was getting stale. I mean, you can only do so much in a kids in a diner or whatever. So Happy Days jumped the shark. They had Fonzie literally in his leather jacket water skiing, and he jumped over a shark. I can't remember really what happened, but I remember watching this like when it came out, and he jumped the shark, and I think he was all right. I can't remember, with his leather jacket on. But he jumped the shark, and anyway, then other shows started jumping the shark, and then they also had spin-offs too, like All in the Family spun off Jeffersons and stuff like that. Is there such a thing as time sick, a derivative of homesick? I think I'm time sick for certain qualities of the past. Yeah, I think it's called like reminiscent, or there's a word for it. I can't think of it. What's the word for it? I must look ahead and appreciate the now for sure, Patrick. Yeah. Looking in, just think of driving a car. You don't want to look in that mirror to the behind you very often. Take a glance and keep looking ahead. It's okay to glance in the rearview mirror once in a while. I mentioned a long time ago, Tupac Shakur had a song called Looking in the Rearview Mirror. I like that song. Anyway, yeah. Glance in the rearview mirror maybe once in a while, just for a second. Don't take your eyes off the road. But yeah, look ahead. Yeah, I think we all are. Life was simpler back in the day, for sure. For sure. And it's like that song, Carly Simon, that song, These Are the Good Old Days. When she sang that song, it was in the 70s. And I thought, these aren't the good old days. The good old days are already past. But you know what? Those were the good old days. Yep, can't live in the past. That's right. Yep. Enjoy today. Today is a gift. Enjoy it. And don't worry about tomorrow. As the Bible says, tomorrow has cares of its own. Don't worry about the past either. There's nothing you can do about it except learn out of it. I mean, yeah. Yeah, life was simpler. Actually, you know what? It was, I mean, people under 20 years probably don't realize it, but it was actually kind of better without the internet. I mean, yeah, things are easier, but I'm telling you, it's also more complicated. I mean, I don't know. People can't even really pick up a pen and write a sentence anymore because it's just emojis and they don't know how to spell, and I don't know. I think it's detrimental. People don't have memories. Can't. I don't have any. I have to think hard about my own phone number. When somebody asks me my number, I gotta think, okay, what? I used to have all kinds of people's phone numbers memorized. I have not one phone memorized. Not my dad's number, nobody's number. Nobody's number. In fact, I text with Grace almost every day, and you know what? I probably couldn't even tell you the first 3 numbers of her phone number, let alone any of them. You know what I mean? And there's other people I talk to every day, and I couldn't even tell you what the first 3 start with. The prefix, couldn't even tell you. But yeah. It took me over a year to memorize my own. I know. I know. In fact, I had to write my own inside my checkbook so I knew what my phone number was. Yeah, because we don't have to memorize anything anymore. You know what I mean? Not even do math or nothing. So it's kind of dumbed down. It's dumbed everybody down, and I don't know. The information everybody's got at their fingertips, 90% of it's bunk. You know what I mean? 90% of it's lies. So yeah, you might be on the information highway, but it's just you're driving through a dump site. You know what I mean? Yeah, crazy. Yeah, it's the mind soft. And you know how they tell people to not get Alzheimer's, and when they're in a nursing home and stuff, they try to give them games and board games and have them play cards or something to keep their mind going. Give them crossword puzzles and whatever. Keep the mind working. You know what I mean? But anyway, now it just turns into mush. I'll just give you some I don't know, some dumb videos to watch. It's kind of funny. Yep. Food was better. There was so much stuff that was so much better, but everything's fast now, artificial and disposable. And you know what? I'm not just talking about the food, the products, the cars, but also like people and their friendships and stuff. Instant, and disposable. You know what I mean? And artificial. You know what I mean? Instant, artificial, disposable, just like the food, the package, the plate they eat off, throw it in trash. Anyway, it's kind of sad. Anyway, all right, guys, so I'll wrap it up and get off of here, and we'll back tomorrow on Monday night. We're into July, and you know what? Get this, you guys. Tonight was the 13th night in a row where the sun set at 9:07. I've never seen that. I keep track of the sunsets, and I've never seen. And December 21st, I think it usually goes 4 or 5 days, or 3 days. I don't know. At the same sunset, and then it goes back. It starts going less. So it's been at 9:07 for 13 days. It's the 13th day. Tomorrow it starts going backwards at 9:06, and then eventually be 9:05, 9:04, 9:03, and it'll be 8:59 pretty soon. But anyway, I thought that was weird. I looked ahead, and it was, and yes, sure enough, every night it's been 9:07 since, I don't know. I'll tell you when. 13 days. My birthday's coming July 17th. You're gonna be 36. Well, happy early birthday. Cool. July 17th. Well, early happy birthday. Did you take the day off? What day of the week is it? Oh, maybe you can have that day off, huh? July 17th. That is a Monday. Well, hopefully you have it off work. I always took my birthday off of work. And eventually, when I had enough PTO saved up, and I've been at a company for many, many years, I built up vacation time. I started taking the whole first week of June off with my kids, and we used to go on vacation. That was my birthday week. So yes. Well, I hope I hope we see you before then, of course. But oh, happy birthday, 36, huh? Well, you're still young. Still young. Yes, you are. It is coming up. 7/17. Purple. Face purple, wide eyes. I'm not getting the emoji. I'm getting the description of it. Oh, on the computer it's the thing, and on here it's the description. Weird. Yeah, I'm off. I only work 3 days at Amazon part-time. Oh, that's cool. Cool. Good. Glad you got your birthday off. Hope you have a fun time. I went to A&W. That's where I go every year since I moved up here. I used to go to Denny's. Because on your birthday, you get a free meal on Denny's. Because I used to eat at Denny's when I was down in the city. So I would make sure to go in there on my birthday to my regular Denny's. And you get a free meal. But since I moved up here, we don't have anything like that. I just go eat at A&W every birthday for 5 years I've been up here. So. And then I went to the thrift shop and I bought myself a present. Anyway, that's what I do. Anyway, so I hope you have a good day. I did not have any cake, though. I'm still kind of wanting cake. Still craving cake with some frosting. I have not had that in a long time, maybe a year and a half. Oh, I love Denny's, their breakfast pancakes. So yes, I love everything Denny's has. I always get the big breakfast, the Grand Slam. So you can get a free Grand whatever they're called, Grand Slam breakfast. Yeah. So you can get a free Grand Slam breakfast. Just I always just buy a drink and get a milk or whatever and give them a nice tip, and you get because you're getting a free meal. Anyway, that's what I used to do back in the cities. But I always go out on my birthday. It's about the only time each year I go out to eat. And yeah, it's been A&W. But anyway, well, awesome. July is a good time to have a birthday. So, all right, well, guys, I'll wrap it up and get off of here and say goodnight. So, thank you, Father, for gathering us once again. We praise you for all of our blessings. Amen. Yeah, I love Denny's breakfast. I love the pancakes, the hash browns, the eggs. I like it all. That's what I get. So good night to Grace. Good night to Omar, the early birthday boy, and Preliminal Patrick, and anybody else who was listening. And if you're listening on the replay, thanks for listening on the replay. Tomorrow we're going to go back into these foreign gods. I don't even want to say, because I know some people think they are real gods. So anyway, I'll just call them foreign gods. Because somebody did come on my channel and say that they are the real God. So anyway, each person to his own. But anyway, we're going to continue that. I think it's fascinating. Good night to you too, Omar. Yes, amen. I love you guys. It was fun chatting with you. And have a great rest of the evening and have an awesome Monday. Hope everybody has a blessed Monday, a blessed day, and a restful night's sleep tonight, because that's another blessing. Grace says, thank you, Mama Cat, and everyone. Love you, Kathy. Love you too, Grace. She says, have a blessed birthday, Omar. Love, prayers, blessing to all. Yes, if we see you here, we will wish you a happy birthday. Yes, awesome. Cool. All right, love you guys. God bless each and every one of you. Glory to God.